Happy Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. Hi. Thank you guys so much for coming back to another episode of Business Nights with Antonia. Super excited to be here and to see you guys. Today is the last day of November. Woo! So excited, right? For me personally, I'm excited. It's about to be December 1 because my grandmother's birthday is in December. My middle son's birthday is in December. My baby boy's birthday is in December. And then also it's closer and closer to a new year. I'm not super excited for Christmas because I'm no longer a child. People have taken away my child card. So I don't get as many gifts as I used to get when I was a little weeble or whatever you want to call him, a child. So I'm not super excited about Christmas. And then you guys, if you know me, you know I have 5 children. So that's another reason for me not to be super excited for Christmas. But my sister is like the exact opposite of me. She loves everything Christmas. Christmas trees, Christmas lights, ornaments, little cookies, making colorful Christmas pancakes. That is her jam. I'm going to let her have that way over there in Dallas because that's not for me. So anyway, I'm just saying hello and welcome to Business Nights with Antonia. We are ready to see all of you. So let's go ahead and jump into tonight's segment, shall we? Okay, I feel like you said okay. Awesome. So let's go ahead and talk about business relevant. So I actually had a topic that was vetted. I had looked at a couple of websites, CNN, Wall Street Journal, all these, websites. And I had an awesome topic for you guys, like shopping. It was about shopping and basically, is the economy turning for the better because people are out spending money now? But I'm going to go ahead and change that topic. Is that okay? Okay, great. I feel like you said okay. Awesome. So I actually want to talk about something different that is related to business. I want to talk about work ethic. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. I want to discuss that topic just ever so briefly. It is very, very much related to business. So as you guys know, if you've watched me for a while, you know I've talked about my first job at Long John Silver's. I was scrubbing toilets, you guys. I was the chick on the drive-thru taking your crispy 2 fish with the hash browns and coleslaw order, right? I was at the counter. I was wiping it down. That was me, right? I didn't give up, even though my stepmother thought that I would quit or get fired for being, just not a hardworking type of girl, because I just wasn't before I got that job. But that job was very, very fun, but it was extremely hard. And it taught me some awesome life skills. In addition to the last that we spoke about previously, it also taught me about having a very strong work ethic, knowing what that is, knowing what that feels like on your body, on your muscles. And then also being able to watch my parents, my father and my stepmother at the time, and saying, okay, I am going through this in my first job and they're going through that in their careers. Yeah, that looks like they have a strong work ethic. And some things that my parents actually taught me: you never want to send something out that's trash, like ever. If there is a grammatical error or an issue, of course, everybody makes mistakes. But you should feel bad about it. Okay. My parents are like, do you feel bad? Like, you made this mistake? Yes. Okay. All right. Then now remember this feeling. Don't do it again. Right. So they wanted you to feel that badness. Right. So I said all that to say, Anya says, be hungry, be humble, always be the hardest worker in the room. Amen, Anya. Amen. So in regards to the business relevant topic, I don't care if you are the CEO, CFO, if you are now a silent owner or partner, or if you are the person who's answering the phone or sorting mail. No matter what it is that you're doing, you need to have a strong work ethic, and everything that you push out of you, your energy out of you, needs to be as perfect as you possibly can get it to be your level of perfection, right? And if your level of perfection is not up to the standards of someone else, either they need to readjust their standards or you need to find somewhere else to take your level of perfection. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, it's about the strong work ethic and your quality of work, caring about what you're doing. I am fortunate to know people who really, really have a strong work ethic, and we can try to, we can slide together because we complement each other. We get it. We understand it. We can make a look like this, and we know what that means, right? So if you are that person, we're kindred spirits, right? But if not, and you don't have a strong work ethic, I'm going to tell you to go get some. Spend your $97 on a course or a coach that's going to help you with your work ethic levels and who can level you up to where you need to be. Because in society now, where there's so much competition and so many people offering the same exact thing and people only wanting to buy from one person just because of that person's work ethic, that can be the seal to the deal for you and wherever you are in your entrepreneurial journey, or even if you are in one. If you're working, if you're a student, that strong work ethic is going to take you far. So that is my business relevant topic for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and roll right into, hi, Antonia. Okay, so the question actually came from out of my group. I absolutely love my group. I know every episode I plug the group, but it is called Women Entrepreneurs Who Left Their 9-to-5 or Want to, right? Only thing you need to get into the group is to identify yourself somewhat as a woman and have a little bit of entrepreneurial spirit inside of you. So go ahead and join the group on Facebook if you want to, no pressure. But inside the group, I posed a question about what would you have wanted more of when you first started your business? And one person actually wrote back and said she would have liked to know more about the technology it takes in order to run your business successfully, which is awesome because we have someone who deals all with technology on our show this evening. So I'm super excited for you guys to meet her. But she wanted to know what she needed to know to run her business at the beginning. So she would know, like, okay, do I need Sam's Cart? Do I need ThriveCart? Do I need ConvertKit? Do I need MailChimp? Do I need Kajabi? Do I need Thinkific? Do I need all of these different platforms and softwares, depending on what your business is? Do I need Shopify? I want to run a website where I'm selling things, but I want it to be heavy on video or graphics. Maybe Shopify is not the best platform for you. So all these different things people have questions about. And honestly, the answer that I gave this person inside of the group outside, because I spoke to her separately, is she should probably get a coach. She should probably get a mentor or somebody who can guide her to tell her what to do first. If she's a step-by-step type of person, I'm pretty sure there's a course out there that can help her, or a coach out there that can help her, or a mentor that could probably have done already what she's trying to do. It can give her a little bit of guidance, because no one's going to know your business like your business. And a lot of it when you're first starting up, which is my super favorite part with startups, is the testing phase. So you're not going to know 100% exactly what it is that you need right out the gate. You're going to have to go through some growing pains a little bit and test different softwares and see what works for you and works for your customers. But the key is, in order to save yourself a lot of time and a lot of stress, is to surround yourself with people who are like mind or who have already gone through what you're going through, and ask them questions. And from what I'm seeing, more people are willing to share more information, especially when it comes to tech. Most of the time, because they'll kind of like drop their little affiliate link. But either way, you still get an answer, right? So that is the Hey Antonia. I hope I helped either her or someone else out there who has a question about what tech they should use when they're doing startups. It's a very broad question. So the answer is find someone who's either done it or doing what you're doing, or find someone who has already used the software you are flirting with the idea of implementing inside of your company in order to make a decision. And if worse comes to worse, if you happen to be on an island where there's no other entrepreneurs around you, take that company up on a free trial. I love me a good free trial, right? Okay. Awesome. All right. So let's go ahead and roll right into Antonia's 2 cents. Okay, you guys. So this is the segment where I have 2 minutes. I was going to like this, but 2 minutes where I can talk about anything business or personal related. Because we're getting towards the end of the year, and I actually spoke about this briefly with someone else, I thought it would be awesome to speak on. So I love vision boards. Do you guys like vision boards? I hope you do. Our guest back behind stage, she's like, yes. Okay. So I love me a good vision board, and I really, really love a vision board party. But what is kind of like breaking my heart a little bit is the fact that now vision board parties are virtual, and I can't like feel the energy of my neighbor. I mean, I know it's a very personal activity, but somehow, some way, I always would get an awesome idea from somebody way across the table, right? So I'm like a little bit bummed about that part, but Anya's like, heck yes. I'm trying to be a big girl about it and just, find a good virtual vision board party that I can be a part of, because I definitely want to bring that mindset into 2021. Because 2021, you guys, okay, so I'm gonna tell you, I don't farm, I don't garden, nothing. But I do know that fertilizer is a bunch of ish, right? And the most beautiful things sprout from that fertilizer, right? Did you catch it? Hold on, let me put my church voice on. Did you catch it? All right, so I don't garden, but I do know that fertilizer has a lot of ish, which is 2020, right? And from that ish, grow some beautiful things. So I want to prepare myself mentally, physically, financially, strategically, in a place where I am ready for my plants and seeds that I've planted all year to blossom. So I'm going to be finding a vision board party. If you guys are finding one too, please let me know in the comments which ones you're planning on joining. I would be more than happy to go and attend with you. I think it'd be super fun, especially if I know somebody that's going to be there. I can possibly feel the warmth through the internet. Who knows? But I'm excited. I'm still going to do one. So next segment is business shout out. So tonight's business is actually being shout out by our special guest. So I'm going to go ahead and let her shout out this business because she knows the ins and outs of this vessel of the woman who runs this business. That she wants to shout out, and I don't want to not do her justice because I went to the website, you guys, and I already want to buy it, and I don't even know this woman, right? But I'm totally in love. So before we get on to that, I'm going to introduce you to our special guest. Her name is Kimberly Smith Tiller. And there's something special about people with 3 names, right? That just kind of like rolls off the tongue. Like, oh, what's your name? Oh, Kimberly Smith Tiller. Like it just rolls ever so gently off the tip, right? So she is, for the few minutes that I met her backstage, she is just a joy. I can tell she laughs with her whole entire soul. Her hair is popping. Okay, we shared hair secrets. We with this one, we laughed, and I really, really love her glasses, y'all. I think I'm starting to get, a thing for glasses. So we'll keep it moving. So when you guys see her, you're going to know just how amazing she is just by seeing her. Okay. Are you ready? I don't want to make sure you're seated. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ready? All right, go.
Hi. Oh my God. Like, what do you do with an intro like that? Dang. I don't even know how to act. I'm like, hey, I'm a celebrity out in the street.
You are. Do you know who you are? You are Kimberly Smith Tiller.
Okay. Yeah, listen, I actually have 4 names, but we're gonna go with the 3.
You know what? Don't you tempt me with a good time, okay?
No, and it actually is a part of your first name.
Can I know? I can't.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
My whole government.
Let me put it on a Post-it so I won't forget.
My parents were a little wild. They were like, let's figure out all the names.
All of them. Technically, I was supposed to be a boy, so I got all the boy names. So it's fine. It's okay.
I don't think so. Well, see, I did the same thing to my daughter, so I don't want to talk about it because it might give you
It's okay.
trigger you from that bad trauma. I don't want to do that to you. I did it.
Well, should I call you Mrs. Smith or Mrs. Tiller? Or can I just call you
No,
Kimberly?
Kimberly is fine.
Okay,
No.
awesome. Well,
Like,
Miss
don't do
Kimberly.
that to me.
For those in my audience that do not know, you can introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
Yes. Hey. Shout out to y'all. What's happening? What's up? I'm Kimberly, aka the Purpose Callus. So in addition to all of my other names, I actually have a moniker that people know me by. Just names on top of names, y'all. And I help creative female world-changing entrepreneurs not only discover their purpose, but monetize their purpose by creating digital asset libraries without the headache of technology. Y'all know that can be a mess, and the fear of launching. It's like you do all the planning and then you're ready to step out and you're like, but
Right.
back up, right? So that is what I do out here in these digital streets.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, so how long have you been in business? How long have you been doing this? And how did you start this?
Okay, how long have I been in business? Since I was in elementary school. Like I literally started out as a manager. Like I was gonna have a bands. We're gonna sing and play instruments. It was something. And then in middle school, I moved to being the candy pusher, not drug, real candy.
Was it the white bars?
And candy canes, like holiday candy, was my thing, boo. Yeah. And then I didn't do too much in high school because I was really focused and, trying to be bomb out here. But I've been a serial entrepreneur for years, like graphic design, website design. I had a wireless business. Like I actually sold cell phones. So I really
like Master P.
Yeah.
You sold, all right.
I mean, it was good business. I mean, it was all wired up. Yo, I had a logo and everything. People was calling me on the back phone like, yo, I need to get a phone. But neither here nor there. I decided to finally find and discover and embrace my purpose after having like a boutique event planning firm for a number of years and was like, yeah, this ain't it. Like if you can plan a wedding in about 72 hours and you're okay with the money, like I was doing really good monthly, like really good annually. But I was sick of the people. But I loved going on the destination weddings. It was so bomb.
Oh,
right? Yeah, I was getting flued out before flued out was a thing. Flued out. I was like, God, this is so not what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. So what is it? And I hired my first coach, and she was bomb. Like she really worked with me. And after 4 sessions, I was like, she said, well, list everything that you do. So I, listed everything that I help people with and done like under the table. You know how you do stuff, people know that you know how to do stuff. So they're always coming to you, but it may not be your purpose, right? And so finally, after like the 3rd session, I was like, I feel like this is it. It's the purpose catalyst. I help women do X, Y, and Z. She was like, that's it. She had nixed all my other ideas, all of them. She was like, no, that's not it. Go back. I was like, how's she know? And I don't know.
It's probably too limiting for your personality and skills.
Apparently. Who would have known? So we get to the Purpose Catalyst. I launch out. That was 2015. And I've been the Purpose Catalyst ever since. I've transitioned a bit. I focused on the first 2 pieces, and I still do. I have a monthly membership that focuses on just purpose discovery and walking in your power. But really, the biggest overarching thing, because it's always been 3-pronged, has been helping women monetize their purpose. So is what I love to do. I hate for people to be limited by income and not have their own personal economy. It sickens me.
Yeah, I prefer not to see those posts where people are like, oh, I have $1,000. What type of business can I do? And it's like, well, why are you telling us you have $1,000? And then 2, you are that lost. You don't know yourself. to know what you want to do. So you are really solving a huge problem that people have, and that people go through at different phases of their life is what I see. What do you see?
I went through it. I had more business to do that, but I went through it, and just was like, I could plan weddings all my life and be so disheartened, but I'll take the money and the trips for $900, Alex. Thanks.
For right now. Right.
And then I was like, yeah, this isn't it.
That is amazing. So tell us about, well, I guess your clients could be potentially anyone, but who is your ideal client that would be like your top-notch type of person to work with inside of your program?
So inside of my program, the women that I absolutely love and probably attract the most are women who know that there's something more that they're called to do. They actually are on the cusp of finding their purpose. They need to put a language to it, but they're not quite sure how to phrase it. So if you walk up to them and you say, hey, what's your purpose? They're like, well, I think it might be, but I'm not really sure. I really like so-and-so, but I'm not really clear on it. That's my ideal person. But they also know that not only do they want to impact the world and really change their metron, like the sphere of their influence, but they know that what they have in them was created to continue legacy for their family. So setting them up financially, knowing that there's something to leave to their family other than an insurance policy, literally saying, I love my 9 to 5 and I'm good. Like I don't believe everybody needs to leave a 9 to 5. I believe that you can have that and have something of your own. And I don't even like calling it a side hustle because I think it creates this mentality that you can't sleep. I like to, kind of dive into some different things, but I think knowing that they can have something of their own, that they can leave their family and it can be generational and create wealth is what that's my ideal client. So one, they don't have a language for their purpose, but they know they got one, right?
Right.
Number two, they're not scared of walking out into the depths of the unknown and saying, I know I got something. I need to figure out how to impact my sphere of influence or my metron with it. And three, I'm here to get this money. So what are we going to do?
Right. So, okay. So not to change the topic, but so I have guilty pleasures, and some of my guilty pleasures are Ratchet TV, right? So I was actually watching Ratchet TV last night as I was working. I was listening to
Housewives of Potomac.
Yes. Okay, and the lady with the full lips, I never remember her name at all. Yes, because of the Wendy Burger King place. Okay, so she was speaking to her mother. They were on that patch, and she was telling her mother how she wanted to change and not be a professor. And at first, her mother was like angry, but then I think she ended up doing it for the camera. She was like, "Oh no,
I agree."
I think she changed her mind just for the camera. But basically, I think Wendy would probably be your ideal client because she knows. She has a purpose. She wants to impact the world. She's already started to change her surroundings and her network, but she just hasn't gone on and said she wants to be that political commentator.
Wendy, get at me, girl.
Exactly, Wendy. From Potomac.
Wendy, what is
it?
Wendy, WWH? Yes. Wendy, get at me, okay?
Exactly. So I think she would totally be your ideal client, right? Okay, great. So then I was listening properly. That's good.
You are.
Sometimes you have to check your own ears. So, okay, awesome. So now that we know who your ideal client is, what are some fun things that you do in order to get people to realize what their purpose is? Because you seem like such a character. I know it's not like fill out this questionnaire. Yep, you this.
No, we do a lot of, well, let me not say that because I do make them do a lot of reflection. So I make them go inside first before we go outside to sell, because if they can't relate to the people they're supposed to be called to, it ain't fitting to work. And I do mean it in that whole way. It ain't fitting to work. So I make them go inside first and I make them reflect. We talk about a lot of the reasons why they want to do this because, they're going to need it on those days where courses ain't selling, membership ain't popping. They're going to have to remember their why so that they can keep their push. But we also do a lot of kind of more along the lines of thinking. And it's not linear thinking. It's more of how can I bring my whole self, because that's one of the things that I want them to do is bring your whole self to this digital world. And that means with all of your personality, with all of your skill, with all of your might. How do you bring your whole self to the table and what does that look like? But it also means like working with me means that they have to do presentations. Like think collegiate. Like don't give me the book report on the spot. What are you going to do?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, we do a lot of that. They hate me in the moment, but they love me afterwards.
I love that.
And I am a very inquisitive person. That's what my grandfather used to say about me, but I think he was calling me nosy on the low. But I like inquisitive. And so I'm always asking why. There's always a follow-up question. It probably is also the HR in me that does that because I'm always asking.
So I always ask why, and I've been in HR. Yep.
Yeah,
yep. That's what it is.
So yeah, between my just DNA of being inquisitive and my HR background, there's always a why. There's always a let's go deeper. And I'll be very honest. If you are only about the shallow end of the pool, I'm not the one for you to talk to. I'm not your purpose catalyst. I'm not your consultant. It's not going to work because with us, we go deep before we go out. And so I think that's the only way that I really can work is knowing what's underneath all of the layers because I need to know what's prompting you to do this. Because if it doesn't work in 90 days, 120 days, I didn't do my job well. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like you're still stuck, something was amiss. So we need to go deep before we go out.
I love that. Going deep before you go out to the world.
Yeah.
And you can always tell, I think being in our line of work, you can tell when you see something roll across your feed and you know that this person is just doing it because it's hot right now or it's trendy and it doesn't really speak to what that person who that person is at all. So I definitely love that piece. Well, I love all the pieces of what you're saying about your program, but I definitely love that piece because you're not helping people produce fertilizer. You're helping people produce full-blown
real stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not out here for the Ponzi schemes. Well, I don't do the Ponzi. I'm not here for the grab cash and, to get money scheme. I don't do that. If you're going to do it, it's because there has to be a level of world changingness in it. Like who are we impacting with this?
I love it. So let's talk about the building a digital library or assets, right? So what is there like a formula to that? Do you tell people to start with something, XYZ, or how does one build that library?
I think it's different. Right now that like self-liquidating offers and what they call tiny products, I like to call them in my world petite programs. That's all the rage, right? But the truth of the matter is, one, I've been doing group coaching for like decades, like probably for at least about 13 years. So that's not new to me. However, when we talk about, and I have a background in like instructional design. So when we talk about blended learning, that is the best thing. And you can have different models. So when we talk about digital asset libraries and digital assets and digital products, I think people always think when you need a course, right? That's what, instructional design, learning and development, you need a course. But that's not true. It's not true at all. You could just have a monthly recipe group, you know what I mean? And that's your digital asset. So that's why I don't necessarily limit it to digital courses or a digital product, because a lot of time products are courses you have to teach, you have to give a workbook. And I don't necessarily believe that. I believe that your digital course or your digital asset can be something as simple as a small cooking show. Like, what do I need? Is it a meal plan? Is it then you tell me how healthy it is? Is it based on a certain diet? And I'm talking about that specifically because I think, number one, digital assets transcend industry. Yeah. And I don't think people realize that. But you don't have to be a coach to have a digital asset. And that's key when you think that, okay, I'm a fashion stylist, right? What could I do that's digital? Listen, there's a whole subscription program you can have as a fashion stylist because people ain't got nothing to do. People's on shutdown. Okay. Yeah. The world is on the second round of shutdown. People got things to do. They binging Netflix. They're binging all types of content. So why don't you let them, tap into their creative side and you kind of reposition what you do? So what, they're not coming to you for wedding gowns and suits and tunics and whatever the case may be. But what can you do to reposition your business and still get money that's still aligned with your purpose? Right. So I like to look at different industries, especially one of the biggest things that was big when the pandemic first happened, when gyms shut down, were the fitness trainers. And I was trying to find a fitness trainer that would start an online program. Like Peloton really got nothing on you because they need a bike or a treadmill. Right. Give me a fitness trainer that can show me how to show up in my living room with my workout gear and keep me still so I don't have to quarantine. Yeah. So things like that. Those are digital assets because it's a video, but I'm not giving you a whole workbook. There's nothing really to do. I'm still in my purpose though. And it is digital because I'm not shipping anything out to you. Right. I'm giving you access to my whatever it is monthly program. You get 3 little exercises a week. I'm going to check in on you. You'll be in a group for accountability, things like that. And I think that's the key to cracking open the digital asset library is it doesn't always have to be a course where I'm teaching you, sharing my screen, doing all this, giving you that, giving you a workbook, giving you an ebook. That is not always it. Hey, babe.
I was like, she's going to know who this is.
I do know who this is.
Oh, you also got a compliment too. Oh, I did. Your glasses are fierce.
Blue is my favorite color. So
I love it.
Thank you.
So green's mine. So at the ends, I have.
Come on here. The collective.
Right. We understand each other.
Yes.
I love that. I love that you touched on that point though about your digital asset doesn't necessarily have to be a course, right. Which I think is awesome. And I especially love that you spoke on the personal trainers because I actually have a client who I told the exact same thing. And I'm like, people will pay you to be their personal trainer virtually. Like, let's get on it. Let's launch it with a party, right?
Yes. Pre-pandemic.
A party. Exactly. Yeah, because I'm a little thickums and I don't want to be all up in the gym all the time. And if I have to
want to be there,
if I have to get dressed to put on, first of all, I hate socks. To put on socks, to put on sneakers. I feel like we family. So
we might be.
I won't drive to a gym.
I don't want
it to. It won't happen. I'll barely go downstairs and get water. Like I need something easy.
I do that. I do drink the water. I need all this skin and all this hair to grow. Thank you.
My children, this little pink thermos, they're responsible for filling it up so that I can have it every day because I done moved my coffee machine upstairs. Like it's a problem. So I've basically become a bear. Basically.
Oh my God.
But anywho, so back to the digital assets. So for someone who is brand new and they're wanting to create their first digital asset, what's the first thing that they should look at in order to know which direction to go?
Yeah, I think that's a good question because and this is just the way that I kind of move my clients along. It is not the absolute way, but it's the way that's easiest for me and my clients. One, put language to your purpose. I always feel like if it's related to your purpose, it will withstand the test of time because your purpose is your purpose. It's the reason why God created you. So if we go with that reason, then at the end of the day, we're always going to find deeper depths and higher heights to really go to. Like we'll never be bored because we're working in purpose. So
Right.
that's number one. Number two, what does your audience need? And I think that goes with market research, because the worst thing you want to do, let me tell you about it, is create something and you launch the crickets. Crickets ain't never paid you a dime. Okay? You don't need that for your life. So then we talk about how to monetize purpose. And how to monetize purpose really says, what does the world need? Why was I born? What am I supposed to do in the world? One. And what power do I stand in? Because, everybody's different, right? We all have different components and makeup. And what makes me different is what my power is. Yeah. So some people are speakers, some people are readers, some people are innovators, some are visionaries. What is your power? Walk in that purpose and walk in that power, and then monetize from there. So if you do that, when they walk away from me, we easily get 3 streams. Not that they need to launch 3 streams at once, but it's all about the products and services. And it's really about what you take authority over and make bow to you is also a part of your power. So let's talk about what that means, because if you've been through it, there's probably a reason why.
Right.
Why not get paid for that? Like, you've already suffered for it. Get a check. Okay.
Right.
All of that. I mean, power is a lot. It's not just, ooh, I'm going to be self-confident. It's about what you make bow to you. You've overcome it. You've conquered it. Now it has to submit to you, and you use that to monetize. So for me, monetizing is bigger than just like, where do I get started? Let me go ahead and get this ebook popping. Let me go ahead and make this. I can do this. I can send this out. I can get a membership here. Yeah, but what do your people want?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of revolving doors, but I think first it starts with the language of your purpose. Definitely get all up in that power piece and what is it that you're supposed to walk in, and then let's monetize based on what your audience needs from you.
Oh, I have goosebumps.
Oh my God, I don't know where they're coming from, but
I love it. When you were like, make it bow down to you, I was like, oh,
yes,
because I'm walking in my purpose. Yes.
It's got to bow.
So, funny thing, and I'm just going to say this and we can move on, but funny thing is I finally figured out what one word describes me. For the longest time, I've always said I'm goofy, which I am. I'm extremely goofy, right? But as it relates to my business. So can I tell you what the word is?
Oh my God. Yes, I want to know.
So I am a solutionist.
Shut up. That's my nonprofit. That's what I call my people.
You know what?
My nonprofit is called The Solution, and I call my people the solutionists.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm already working for you. You know what I
mean? We do. So on my title, it's like Chief Solutionist and Founder.
See? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. You don't make mistakes, okay? Thank you. I hear you. But yes, that was the word that I finally found that fully describes me. Yeah. Because even if I'm not an expert in all of these little itty bitty things, you can 99.99%, I'd have to fall off like a cliff somewhere for me not to find the solution and to solve it. And that's just who I am. And I absolutely love it. I love a new challenge. I love that. It gets me excited, right?
Yes.
So, but that is me. And I would say my purpose here, I believe strongly, fully, I am a natural born helpmate. That is just who I am. Yeah, that's who I am.
I like that.
Yeah. That's me.
In here.
Okay. I've been doing some inner work. Which is why I created platforms like this. Yeah. To be able to help other people, not necessarily people who come on, but the people who are watching, wherever they are, may meet you and someone like yours or another business that they never had the opportunity of seeing before, just because of my sphere of network. So I absolutely love it.
That was dope, by the way. I just want to let you know.
Thank you.
It's perfect.
We try. I feel like with every episode, I'm just getting more and more like myself. It's crazy. You
might as well. You can't be somebody else.
Right. I love it. Well, I do know that you were thinking about possibly doing a lead magnet, but I'm not sure. Do you have any lead magnets available that tie to our topic tonight?
Yes. Yeah, kind of. I'm going to send it to you so you can put it in the comments.
Okay, I will absolutely do that. Yeah. I will put it on each of the 3 platforms.
Because I usually give people like a roadmap to building up the first digital product. So I definitely want to send it to you. So
that's cool. I'll take it too. I love it. I mean, I'm like in process of building one, but shoot, every piece of help and blessing I can get is awesome. So
I'm here for it.
Okay, well, you guys, I hope you fell in love with Miss Kimberly Smith-Tiller like I did too. She is amazing. Please let her know in the comments how much you loved her being here. And Miss Tiller, if you have time, do you mind staying backstage so I can give you a proper goodbye?
Oh my God, absolutely.
Okay, great. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, everybody say bye. Oh my gosh, you guys, right? So when I woke up this morning, I didn't know how great this day was going to be, right? But this day, especially the ending to this day with Miss Kimberly Smith-Tiller, I could have just slept all day and this would have just made everything just all right with the world. She was amazing, right? I'm so glad you guys got to meet her and got to feel her energy and just learn all about her being a purpose catalyst. I will be totally honest. I had no idea what that is, but guess what? My purpose needs to be pushed and upgraded. So if your purpose needs to be pushed and upgraded too, and you need to do that inner work, please reach out to Miss Kimberly Smith-Tiller. Her contact information is in the ticker tape right here. It's coming. It's coming. There it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Reach out to her. Follow her on social media. I am. And hopefully she'll drop some tidbits, nuggets, and diamonds, which I'm sure she will. So again, a special thanks to her for coming and a special thanks to you, because without you, I wouldn't be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until next time, you guys,